Yerp.
What's goody, man? What's goody? I don't even know what that was, but it was something.
Oh, me and Moolins was rocking to the beat, man.
That's where we was. We was going crazy to the beat, man. Yes, sir.
Whatever it was.
Next time we do it, we want to see you dancing too, man.
Absolutely.
I didn't get the email, so I'm
not even gonna lie to you. I rock out to the beat every time. But basketball show, football show, it don't matter. I rock out to the beat every time.
That's right.
Right. So we got to work on the intro. It's a football Friday. Actually, Super Bowl weekend. We'll change that.
I'm
Super
getting
Bowl
my wings
weekend.
now. What y'all cooking for Super Bowl? What y'all cooking?
I'll be at work.
I actually got the day off, so I'm thinking about.
I ain't working.
I'm thinking about making my wife make some pizza because she makes some great ass homemade pizza, and I'm probably gonna throw some wings on there. Ooh, some meatballs, man, barbecue meatballs.
It's so funny you say that because right now on the list, right, I'm going over my mom's house, right? Right now on the list, we're gonna make small hand bite pizzas.
Ooh, okay.
Right? We're gonna make wings, and then we're gonna make pigs in a blanket.
No,
right? But I was at work like, yo, what else can we make? I was like, damn, I should grab some chopped meat and make some stuffed meatballs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You can't go wrong with the barbecue meatballs. I'm gonna tell you that.
You can't. I'm telling you, you can't. It's a classic, especially for Super Bowl.
I might have to
Sunday.
make some meatballs. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Just give me an idea. Back to you, man.
Yeah, everybody in the chat. Put in the chat whatever you eating for Super Bowl Sunday.
What you eating for Super Bowl
what y'all
Sunday,
eating for Super Bowl Sunday, man? Are you ordering in? Are you a pizza? Are you a wing?
Are y'all cooking
on
big?
the grill? What y'all doing?
Are y'all cooking big, or are you doing like us? You're gonna make a little, but I don't know, cause I kind of gotta make some pig feet. You feel me?
See, you messed it up. You messed it up.
Nah. Macaroni cheese and pig feet. You feel
I was
me?
gonna say some mac and cheese and pig feet.
Mac and cheese and pig feet. You can't go wrong with that, man. What you talking about?
Little ham hock.
Talking about, I was at work, because my coworker, the butcher at my job, my coworker, he said, Justin, you like pig feet? I said, how you gonna make me want some pig feet? I haven't had pig feet in a minute. He's like, yeah, some barbecue pig feet. I'm like, yeah, some barbecue.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had some pig feet when I was in Iowa, man. And when I was when I had first went out there playing, man, and changed my life, dog. Along with frog legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a lot, man. Changed my life, bro. I'm saying the only thing. Okay, look. So the only thing I'm not going to waver on is chitlins. I'm not doing that. But
no,
I'm game for everything else. I'm pretty much game for everything.
I think I stopped at feet and chitlins.
He said, "Hold on, I'm gonna get back to that." He said, "Puff a few of the tree." You feel me,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I don't indulge, but I'll take one for me.
Back to that pig feet and chitlin. Now I have had chitlins. You know, they aren't bad. You know, they aren't. I don't just eat them all the time, but I've had them. They're not bad. But pig feet cooked by the right person, me. Man, I'm gonna have to, when we get close, you know, when we bring this thing together, bro, I'm gonna have to, me and Mulich gonna have to go in the kitchen and concoct some pig feet for you, bro.
It's gonna take more than you and Mulich to get me to eat some pig feet.
We gonna get, it's not gonna get us, we're gonna get the chat to do it. The chat gonna give you a challenge, bro.
The chat might have to, the chat might have to give you that challenge, man. But on another note, what we drinking on Super Bowl Sunday, fellas? What we got? Do we got a regular beer, kind of Heineken? Are we going with a Bud Light, Miller Light? Somebody got the, you know what I'm saying, the whiskey with the 2 cube. Like what we feeling, fellas, for Super Bowl Sunday? I see you, Troy. There you go.
I'll be working. I won't be able to sip on nothing. But if I did, this is my drink of choice. It's called 20 grand. I don't know if anybody drinks that. It's called 20 grand. It's half cognac, half vodka. Fire. It's only $20 a bottle. Trust me, look it up. 20 grand. Go to your local liquor store. Get that shit. Thank me later.
Listen, kids, don't mix liquors. Take that from Uncle Justin. Don't mix. Do not mix your liquors unless you're
get that 20 grand is smooth, bro. You don't even need to mix it. You put that in some ice. Cool money.
No, I ain't talking about a mixer. I'm talking about mixing.
No, it comes like that. That's what I'm saying. Matter of fact, next show I'm gonna have a bottle so I can show everybody.
Okay, bet. I like
we all
that.
gonna take a shot of it through Mel's camera. Mel, take my shot for me. You got me?
I'll probably take 3 photos.
Let's get to the damn show, bro.
All right, so let's kick it off. You know how we do now. We trying, we working some things out, but we have our FTSL segments from the social media lands. This is where we're gonna kick it off. We kind of touched on this a little bit. No, we did kinda, but we're gonna start with Trent Dilfer and his not liking modern quarterbacking today because it's not as physical as it was in yesterday.
And before you guys say, "Oh, these old heads," he has a right to his opinion. Wasn't he a quarterback?
Definitely.
Yes. He get those hard hits?
Absolutely.
He most certainly did.
He'd rather go through that than go through the league that is there. I can only respect his opinion. Now, I don't think he's taken away from what Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and those guys are doing, in the league that's set for them. But he's just saying the way that the position is played, the way the game is played today, he doesn't like it.
But it's crazy that you mentioned Tom Brady because I saw a clip where Tom Brady was echoing the exact same thing that Trent Dilfer was saying, in the sense of people got to a quarterback's job is to protect your wide receivers. Well, at least back in the day, if you were throwing in routes and post routes, if the quarterback threw it low, he was telling you got to get down. There's a safety coming, or a corner, or somebody's coming.
Somebody's coming.
Yeah.
If he throws it to the backside, he's not trying to lead you into something. But because of the rule changes today, and we'll dig into that a little bit too, you can put the ball wherever because the defenders are pretty much at a disadvantage based on the rules that are in place today. So I ask, do you give quarterbacks today more credit, same amount of credit, less credit than quarterbacks from, let's say, mid-2000s and back?
I want to hit Mulich because he's a football player.
I would probably say same amount of credit because although the rule changes for the game have made it quote unquote softer, right? The game itself is more complicated than ever because it's now more of a passing league, right? Like quarterbacks now have been more important than ever before. Like if you had an okay to even a bad quarterback, right? Or a mid quarterback, if you had a good running game, and a good defense, you was probably gonna go far. You probably wouldn't win a championship, but you would probably go further than most people think. Back in the 2000s, right? Like because people leaned on defense, they leaned on the running game. Now, because it's so much of a passing league, I feel like it's not to say that they're more impressive, but it's kind of on the same level because if you have a good quarterback and you have a good receiver core, that kind of offsets you having a bad to subpar defense. So like it for me, it offsets. Like for me, I feel like it's kind of the same, right? I understand his statement though, because the game was a lot more. I don't want to say physical because it's still the physicality is still essentially the same, but the rules were a lot less lax. So there was a lot more you can get away with. So I definitely understand that. So I don't know. Like I when I watched the video at first, I was kind of like, Trent, don't do that. Like, what are we talking about? But then I thought about it, and then I thought about the same interview that Tom Brady said, and I was like, you know what? He may kind of have a point.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I feel like the game is, I'm not gonna say easier, but I feel like it's more 7-on-7 air raid than strategy back in the day. Like you used your running game to set up your passing game back in the day.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's my approach too. But I think that's mainly the two things we talk about here running the sideline for now is basketball and football. I think it's the same for both of them. Like the fundamentals of the game is then and not now. It's no real fundamentals to today's game. Right. It's just talent and skill.
Let your athleticism.
It's just talent and skill. Talent and skill. Talent and skill. That's all it is. Talent and skill. Like, when do we get back to the fundamentals of the game? When do we get back to what made football? When do we get back to what made basketball?
That's the reason why I kind of understood what he was talking about, because when you see these kind of 7-on-7s and you see these travel 7-on-7 teams and how like that necessarily or that doesn't translate to the league. And like even when you listen to these pro receivers, right? Like Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, like they'll sit there and they'll tell you like when they see these guys doing the cone drills with the footwork and all the stuff like that, they're like, bro, I don't do none of that. I don't do that. Like I don't,
because you don't need to.
There's no point in the game in which I would use that. So there's no point in me practicing that. You know what I'm saying? So like that, all that stuff has become so overhyped and so oversaturated in the media and social media that now everybody feels like that's what you have to do. And that's what's going to make everything explode. But it's like when that comes to the league, it's like that doesn't translate because now they're trying to teach you a different technique and trying to teach you a different kind of way to play. But you've only trained one kind of way. So it's like, it's kind of hurtful to a player in a sense because now it's taking longer for that player to develop, which is bad for the team.
And I would put it on something that Trent Dilfer said when you're not allowed to reroute wide receivers anymore. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they took away, like back in the day, if a cornerback lined up in front of you, they were putting hands on you. And there were dudes like, I'm gonna date myself, but I told y'all I'm the resident old head. This is what I do.
Flex on him. Gotta flex on him.
That's right.
Like, cornerbacks like Bobby Taylor back in the day, Todd Light, Terrell Buckley. These were big corners, 6'2". Bobby Taylor was 6'6".
Mm-hmm.
So when he jammed you up, he jammed you up. And nowadays, cornerbacks line up 1.5 yards, 2 yards off wide receivers, and they're too scared to put their hands on people because of penalties. So a guy like how you used to neutralize a Tyreek Hill was you put hands on him. Mm-hmm. You beat him up. You take his speed away from him by making him move side to side, make him waste time at the line of scrimmage trying to get away from you. Mm-hmm. So by the time that happens, the pass rush can do what they do. Mm-hmm. If you look at it's like what I say about Justin Jefferson. When you watch him against Darius Slay, when you watch him against what's the dude Jeff Okudah in Detroit, they get up in him. They get up in him, and some of these receivers aren't used to getting over jams, so they don't know how to react. Their bodies fold up. So there was a reason why Michael Irvin was built the way that he was built, the way T.O. was built the way that he was built, to take on the physicality of the game. Mm-hmm. A dude like Devontae Smith, he's 175 pounds.
Maybe.
They would abuse him at the line. Like literally, he'd get press coverage until he learned how to beat it.
Yeah, literally. And that's when they would throw in the motions to try to open him up and try to get him off of the line of scrimmage to try to, you know what I'm saying, neutralize that press. It's kind of like Devontae Adams to a sense, right? There's a reason why Green Bay used a lot of motion. Now, Devontae isn't bad on getting off the press, but he does have trouble with longer corners. He struggles with longer corners, especially to longer corners that have good footwork and really, really good speed, right? So what they'll do is they'll use a lot of motions, they'll use a lot of tricks, right, to get him open. So now it's easier for him to just go into his route versus just having to go one-on-one. That was a lot of the criticism that Josh McDaniels got this past season, right? Mm-hmm. So it's definitely different. Like I said, when I first heard him say it, I was just like, whoa, what? But then as more as I thought about it, I was just like, he has a point. He actually has a really good point.
Yeah, I felt him on it. I felt him on it because I think we talk about it a lot too. Like safeties are like extra cornerbacks now. Like safety, a strong safety used to be an enforcer. Like that was his job. He catch you slipping on a dig route.
It's over.
Oh yeah, Lacey. It's Lacey. How you think they got all those "Here Comes the Boom" videos on you? Like, because that's what it was. Like that was the excitement of the game, and I get it. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I get it. Like the injuries, the concussions, and the things that part of it. Like it does exist, and you do want to make the game safer. I get it. I get that, but you can't take away, like in my opinion, like what made it what it is. Like,
yeah, you can't take the physicality out of football.
Right. In another 10 years, it's just going to be flag football.
Not that's
touch football.
And like a guy like Cam Chancellor couldn't play in the league right now.
Oh yeah, no, that's why he retired, because
Ray Lewis couldn't play in this league right now.
Ray Lewis,
Patrick Willis,
nope, because they don't value a thumper at middle linebacker the way that he was. Even though Ray could cover a little bit, that wasn't what he was there for.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of players that sadly to say, if they played in today's game, and this is the difference between football and basketball, right? Because a lot of people try to do that comparison. There's a lot of players that if they played in today's game, their physicality alone, they wouldn't last long in today's game. That's just the reality of it.
Because the game, but then you think about what would Lawrence Taylor look like in this NFL? Like, if all he had to do was pass rush? Like Reggie White, Dwight Freeney. Who else? I'm trying to think of Derek Thomas.
Yeah, Derek Thomas, Bruce Smith.
Like, if you were able to just turn those guys loose, because they're not worried about the run like that.
Yeah. Because they have run stoppers. They have linebackers behind that's just going to stop the run. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel him. I definitely understood where he's coming from. He had a really good point. It's, I kind of understand. Because then you got to think about it like this. Like, the way I see it is, even with the league being predominantly running defense, right? Like, we still had crazy quarterbacks in that time, the early 2000s, right? Like, yeah. It's just insane. And then you just see what they were able to do, even with a predominantly run game or predominantly good defense, right? Or like weapons that people may have forgotten of, right? But it's just like those quarterbacks still went out there and made a name for themselves, even in a system that was predominantly run. That was predominantly this, that wasn't predominantly pass. So it's just like that. I can see why he's like, man, that shit is impressive, because they were doing it on a higher scale when they weren't necessarily asked to. Right? Like, these quarterbacks, because they come in now, they're asked to do it. Like, as soon as they get in the league, boom, I need you to come in and be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, before, it's like, well, we got a guy and we got another guy behind him, and our O-line is crazy and our defense is fire. So just don't lose. Like, we're not asking you necessarily win, but just don't lose, because we got a guy.
Don't mess it up.
Just don't mess it up. We got a guy. And then they go out there, and then now they're a superstar because they actually get to show their skill, and like, they explode. So now it's crazy. So I definitely understand where he's coming from, because like, when you look at it at that aspect, it's like, wow, yeah, that's impressive.
Which that'll be to the second part of this, where it's the modern NFL and how they're changing the NFL, like we touched on earlier. This was off of the camera before, but the tackling rule that they're trying to get rid of. Not get rid of, but change. What do you say?
Basically trying to enforce a new rule.
Right. I was trying to think of the word. I couldn't think of the word, so don't worry about me. But they're trying to get rid of the hip roll tackle mainly because that's what got Tony Pollard hurt in the playoffs and took him off the field. But my thing is, then what do defenders have to do now? If your helmet touches his helmet, that's 15 yards. If you try to grab him and bring him down, that's illegal. Like, if you go too low, that's illegal, and then you risk blowing out an ACL on the person that you're trying to tackle. If you try to hit him in the chest, you run the risk of hitting him with the crown of your helmet. Like, where are defenders supposed to tackle ball carriers?
And when I first read about this rule, right, I started to just think about, like, how many. What's up, Tyrone? How you doing, big dog?
Tyrone.
I started to think about how many injuries like truly came, because a lot of people brought up Tony Pollard, right? But then you think about it, and it's like, okay, Tony Pollard, and then kind of just going through the memory bank. Dak Prescott, Trey Lance, Jimmy G. Like there's a few people that have suffered the same kind of injuries just from that same kind of tackle. So just looking at it from the NFL standpoint, I see what they're seeing, right? Like I see what they're seeing. Okay, so it's like, okay, this guy, okay, this guy, okay, this guy. And then if you go back a few years, like that's how Dak got injured. And it's like, okay, I see what y'all are seeing, right? Like I get it. I understand it, right? And when I first read about the rule, I was like, I kind of agree. But then I got to thinking, I'm just like, okay, well, if you're going to take a rule away from a defensive player, you have to then either give them something back or teach them a new way in which how to do it, because it's hard for a defensive player to make a split decision when a ball carrier is coming at them full speed. It's damn near impossible, right? Like Mel knows this from experience. I know this from experience. It's hard. Like shit, even Troy, you know this from experience. When somebody's coming at you full fucking speed, it's hard to make a split decision like that without risking injury, right?
With the other person moving.
Exactly. And there's a whole bunch of moving pieces, whole bunch of moving body parts. This is how a lot of cornerbacks and a lot of safeties, why they're getting a lot of concussions right now, because they're trying to break down, they're trying to wrap up a tackle instead of just running through the receiver, right?
Are these types of tackles, the Dak Prescotts, the Jimmy G's, the Tony Pollards, is that a result of them taking away the strike zones for DBs in the first place?
Yes, absolutely. That's an absolute result of it, because now you have defenders that are, and I hate to say it, a little more timid when it comes to making tackles. So now they have to make split decisions to where it's like, how am I going to be able to get this guy on the ground without costing my team this amount of yards?
Exactly.
Right. So now it's like, okay, well, if I just grab him and just kind of drag him down, it's like that should be good, right? Unfortunately not, because now there's a whole bunch of players that are getting their legs and everything caught up under them, right? Which comes from the whole turf thing. And it's like, I get it, but it's like, what are you going to tell defensive players? How are you going to now coach defensive players to make tackles safely so that it's not causing an injury, causing a penalty, or causing an injury to the defensive player because he's trying to make a split decision on how to make a play instead of just making the play? So it's like, it's not fair. And when they take a rule like that and just take it away and without any explanation and not giving the defensive rules or not giving the defensive players any kind of way or any kind of technique to fix it, what do you expect them to do?
I think as a football player, as a dude, I played on both sides of the ball. I played receiver and I played DB. I prefer you hit me than drag me down.
Period. Run through me.
Like, just hit me. I don't hit my ass. Like, I'll take that.
You want to know how I used to tackle when I used to play street football? I used to cross my arms and jump like this in the air, like a fucking bus, bro. Like, I was going to put you on your ass. Like, that's what it is, bro. I told you what we did to my boy. We done made that nigga let out the alphabet. You feel me? Like,
turn my boy into ass, okay?
We're gonna turn him into it. Like, so look, I'm used to it. I'd rather take that than
I'll take the hit, bro. Just clean me up. Don't drag me down.
Yeah, don't drag me. Don't none of that. And it's like that, and that's the reason why I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I understand it. The rule change because people are getting hurt, but it's like, if you're gonna take that away, you got to give them a different kind of rule. And it's like, give them back the targeting rule. Like, take that shit away so they can just run through these fucking players. So now motherfuckers ain't out there getting hurt. Because that's my mentality as a safety. I'm just gonna run right through you. If I get a penalty, I get a penalty.
Most players will tell you they'd rather get hit and risk the concussion than tearing up a knee or anything lower body.
Absolutely. And speaking from experience, absolutely. Like, absolutely. Speaking from experience. Trust me, believe me. You would rather take a concussion or a little stinger or whatever the case may be than tearing your knee.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Because that is not a good deal. That is not a good deal.
At all.
Yeah, so, we brought up Brady. Can we get to Brady and the thirst trap photo?
Well, yeah, I wanted to know what this was when I seen it on the when I seen it on the dive, I'm like, what is he talking about? Should I go research this? I was like, nah, I'm gonna let Mel surprise me and tell me what it is.
Somebody said Tom Brady was retired for 24 hours and turned into Antonio Brown.
Oh no! Oh no!
Maybe that's where Antonio got it from. Who knows?
Oh no! Oh no!
Where Antonio got it from.
He said this is gonna get Giselle back. Hold on, let me go ahead and flex on him real quick, man.
She tweeted something too, like it's too late or something like that.
He's like, "This what you missing over here?"
Oh
baby.
My God!
She was like, "Yeah." She saw that and then she tweeted and was like, "Oh, it's too late" or something like that. Like
I seen that picture and I screamed for 3 hours straight.
Nah, I gotta go look
yeah.
at this.
I straight screamed. Okay, that was the funniest thing ever.
Tom Brady is ever since he left New England. I think we're finally seeing Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, we're seeing Tom Brady, the real guy. My gosh, that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with athletes and like after they retire or like
they go crazy
or like during the end of their career where they start posing naked in magazines, or they just start posing naked, start taking naked pictures. Okay,
you pose naked.
It's not necessarily, but damn near.
Google Tom Brady.
And he's not necessarily naked, but he damn near close to it. Okay, but I just noticed this trend, right? With basketball players, baseball players, some football players in there. Like when Vince Wilfork did it, I was shocked. Okay, I lost my damn mind.
Right, exactly.
Okay, absolutely nuts. Okay, I've never seen that much.
What am I looking for? Is he in his boxes on the bed or something? Like what am I looking at?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just like I don't get it. Maybe
at least he had the decency to cover his peen. You feel me?
Yeah,
I did not say it. YouTube. I said peen. I did not say it.
I say I don't understand. More power to him. You feel me? He got some money's waiting in the box. So I'm guessing he's trying to get all of his wildness out now. But I don't understand it.
I'm gonna get it all out now, right now.
He about to go on a bucking spree. He about to take his rifle. He about to go on. That's what he about to do. That's what he about to do. That's what he speak. He thought about it. He was like, "Damn, should I play another season?" It was like that episode in Friday. Count the money.
Hey,
that's man, what he was going. He was like, "Oh, what should I do? Play football?" Or
because he said, "Giselle, I'm ready.
Giselle, let me. I'm free. I got the house to myself."
You missing at home?
This is what you missing at the crib. Come on back.
He said, "I've been dying to show somebody my new stroke."
Yeah, he said, and speaking of Tom Brady, all of the he's coming back rumors, all the stuff is dead. He officially put in his retirement papers and stated them today per NFLPA. So he is officially retired. None of that. He's coming back
next year.
He will not be in Las Vegas. He will not be back on the Patriots. He will not be on the Bucks. He is advertising for.
I gave him my
amateur. Y'all know what? And Sports Illustrated, the naked.
I mean, he might be in Chippendales in Vegas, but
but remember he had that deal with what was it, Fox Sports, right? That's he had deal with Fox Sports.
And he'll be in Fox
You're
Sports.
You're still gonna see his face
in 2024,
and he's gonna be busting all those girls on Fox Sports down, all of them. Look at my new stroke. I'm talking about his golf stroke, guys. Stop thinking negative. I'm talking about his golf stroke.
Whatever.
4.
He's swinging something. He's swinging a club.
4.
Okay. So the NFL awards were given out this week.
Yes.
Do y'all want to go through them? Do you feel like some people didn't deserve them? I do. I feel like
I definitely feel like
that I was kind of upset with.
So let's go through them.
Let's see. There's a few that were kind of undeserved.
I know y'all gonna be like Coach of the Year. But come on, let's go through some of them.
No, see, this is where you're wrong. Do me a favor. I don't have the list in front of me. I forgot to.
All right, so I got it right now. You want to start at Coach of the Year?
Start whatever you got right in front of you. We'll run them down.
Coach of the Year was Brian Daboll.
I actually agree with it.
I agree with that.
I actually agree with that. I liked it a lot. A lot of people fought me on that, but I agreed with it. I stuck to that choice.
It wasn't just that the Giants made the playoffs. It's what he did with Daniel Jones.
And what he did with that
receiving core.
With no receiving core.
Yeah, that's what I mean. With Daniel Jones,
crazy. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Big T. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to that, Big T. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to that.
Next we got, which I think everybody should agree with. We got comeback player of the year. My main man, Geno Blackman Smith.
Geno deserved that.
Yeah, Geno deserved that.
Geno Man in Black Smith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations, Geno. All right, here we go. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
That was quick. Sauce deserved that.
Oh yeah, if they gave it to anybody, but Hot Sauce Gardner himself. Shout out to Middle Name Twin because he got the same middle name. My middle name, his first name. So shout out to Middle Name Twin. Yeah, if they gave it to anybody else, it would have been a problem.
Whole problem.
I think this is where you guys, might have a problem. I don't know. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
This was where it went fucking stupid.
I honestly had Garrett Wilson taking it, but if they gave it to Chris Olave, I wasn't going to be mad. Honestly, I wouldn't have been mad at all. But
no,
my vote personally was Garrett.
I think Kenneth Walker III deserved it. He turned that whole Seahawks team around when he started.
I don't fight you on that at all, Mel. I do not fight you on that at all because he really turned that running game around. Nobody was really expecting him to really make a splash like that either.
And he was what, 6th in rushing?
Yep.
Something like that. He was top 10.
Yep, which is crazy.
And he didn't start the first 3 games.
Yep, sure didn't. I was gonna say he didn't even start. He didn't even start either. So yeah, I do not fight you on that at all. I actually like that a lot.
And I think he was a key part of a playoff team. That was what really pushed it over the edge for me. Not just the yards and the touchdowns, just the fact of that offense went. When he didn't play, the offense didn't look the same. True.
Very, very true. That's true. They definitely didn't. So yeah, I definitely I don't fight you on that either. Just because
not take nothing away from what's his face from the Jets.
Garrett. Or yeah.
Not take nothing away from him because I understand he did what he did with 3 different quarterbacks and he did it for the Jets and totally get it. But Garrett Wilson, your team was ass. So yeah, no, you shouldn't have got it. But hey, he got it anyway. That's just me.
Hey, congratulations to him. I felt like it could have went either way. I feel like the choices were definitely good, but yeah. I definitely wouldn't have been mad with Kenneth Walker, man. That game changer, like definition of game changer for sure.
All right, we got Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm gonna let you lead this off, Moot.
All right, so I know I'm gonna come off as a hater, but I really don't care. Okay, I really don't care.
No, you're not.
I'm wearing my Joker shirt for a reason. Okay, I'm here to cause havoc. Hey, that's actually very true. I hate the NFL. Tariq Woolen, man.
I hate you almost fall in the building. I didn't even know that. I thought that was Tyrone.
He did have a nice season.
He didn't get no rookie votes?
No.
He didn't get no rookie votes?
No.
That's crazy.
Right? That's crazy.
That's what he said.
That's wild.
Crazy. Okay.
That's why he hate the NFL.
Yeah. He said that was wild to me.
I hate the NFL.
But to talk about the Bosa. All right. I was kind of fighting this all season with, of course, Niner fans. And yeah, I get, what I'm saying, he had, he played very, very well. He played very, very well. I give him that. He was on a very, very talented defense. Very, very talented defense. I'm not gonna say loaded because they have pieces, or they have pieces that that are missing, and
they were loaded.
But
doesn't take away from his individual performance.
Honestly, I felt like they should have gave it to Hassan Reddick. That's just my personal opinion, or Matthew Judon. In my personal opinion, I know they didn't make the playoffs, but when you look at the season Matthew Judon had and everything he did for the Patriots, it's really not comparable, honestly. Like, and I get Joey Bosa with the what I'm saying, he had a lot of sacks and a lot of TFLs, but it's like when you really look at it, right? I just feel like when you have to, especially performing in a big game, to not come up with or not to do anything in a big game like that.
Because I'm gonna tell you what my biggest issue is with Bosa. If they're not okay, to me, he's not like a Myles Garrett or a Aaron Donald. Like when teams start, the reason why Nick Bosa was completely he was like gone is because the Eagles ran the shit out the ball. And if he's not rushing the passer, he's not really good on run plays. Like, he's not a good run defender.
Yeah.
He's okay. He's not a good run defender. And if you run away from him, not to say he doesn't have a motor, but he's not the guy that's going to track it down from behind.
Very, very true.
And I agree with Hassan Reddick. That was what I would have did. I just think that Eagle front seven, I think they all should have just got half of the trophy. Because
honestly, you could have just broke it up, and I'd been fine with that too.
But what he did, come here, go over there.
He said, "Let me in the conversation, bro." Hogging up the mic like that.
Go ahead, sir.
He says, "My turn, bro."
It's just in big game. And then I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he got hurt in 3 minutes in the game," and I'm just like, bro, the person that he was going against, right?
Chris
like
Jones,
the main
too.
person he was going against tore his groin the game before that. 3 games before that, he tore his abdominal.
Max Crosby came on late. Him and Chandler Jones came on late. Not
true.
late.
They started to come on a lot more later. And I do agree, Max should have definitely been higher. Definitely needs more consideration. Definitely needs more recognition. But yeah, it's just when you don't have a good performance in a big game like that to me that matters, right? Like that matters.
Show up.
You have to show up. Like
but
you're
isn't it a regular season award though? Wouldn't it be what you did to the regular season, or is the defensive player of the year throughout the whole season?
I mean, yeah, but even in the regular season,
regular season, he had 18.5 sacks, 51 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 58 quarterback pressures. That was 3rd in the league, and that was in 16 games. So you can't say individually, even if you're saying it's a stacked defense, you can't say individually he did not hold his own on that defense.
No, I'm not saying he
Fred Warner, you guys, I know Tyrone, I think it was Tyrone said Fred was the best player at D. Yeah. Fred even said, I think everyone here knows he's just elite and he's the best. That's what Fred Warner said about Nick Bosa. So
what are you supposed to say about your teammate?
Nah. Well, I mean, I'm shocked at it because in today's age, we don't care about the next guy. We only care about ourselves with these new fans. So I'm sorry, Mel, for being a little surprised there.
No, I mean, like I said, it is what it is.
Good point. That's a really good point.
I think there's one more. What was the next one?
Defensive player of the year. Then we had offensive player of the year, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it, but yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I get it because of the yardage.
Same.
But it's the same thing with Nick. Like, when you don't show up in big games,
exactly.
Really, are you really the offensive player of the year when you don't show up in big games?
Exactly. And for Justin Jefferson's case, maybe not for be the same for Nick Bosa because he did have a really good regular season. But for Justin Jefferson's case, he did have some regular season games in which he did disappear. So I feel like that kind of hurts.
Yeah, but he still had got to play devil's advocate. I know Boo-Wop told me to stop doing this because it makes me look bad.
No.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Absolutely, I love it.
128 receptions. He became the 7th player ever to surpass 1,800 yards in the season. Mm-hmm. So again, give me somebody that had a better individual season. Like individually, that's what these awards are. What you have done
I would have gave it to Josh Jacobs.
Well, you're a Raiders fan. I would have given it to Danny Dimes. I would have given it to Danny Dimes.
Hey, that's your opinion. I'd have gave it to Josh Jacobs. But everybody read him off last year, and he came back and leveraged the freaking leading rusher in the league. So yeah, Josh Jacobs, my offensive player of the year. Don't care, even though he did win EP ground player of the year. I'd shout out that.
The thing I say about Justin Jefferson is this: they threw you the ball 184 times. Like that's a lot of fucking targets.
Yeah, but percentage of catch? What is the percentage of catch? You said 184 times.
Yeah,
I can do that real quick with a calculator.
No.
I was gonna say, what's the calculations? I'm not good at math. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us today.
Yeah, 56 mixed catches. That's not bad. I don't think that's bad.
Oh, no, it's not. My thing is you're supposed to have that if you're getting that many targets, bro.
Right, but Adam Thielen is not there. Who else do they have to throw the ball to? Justin Jefferson. But that's what I'm saying. That's what normally happens on an average team, right? Like, people are going to kill me for saying that the Vikings are an average team because of their record, but the Vikings, if you really look at their average team, like, nobody believes in Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't even think his team is
my point is,
right, but hold on. So
did he have the biggest impact as for an offensive player to their team?
Bro, you can argue he did, because with that damn quarterback Kirk Cousins and the way he was throwing the ball a couple of years ago in that damn skills challenge, could hit a motherfucking target. That's what Justin Jefferson got to deal with.
Oh my God!
That's why I got to deal with it. That's why he had to make that catch he made and rip it out the damn guys.
I'm not gonna lie, that skill challenge with Kirk Cousins.
See, this is crazy because Derek Carr went crazy at the challenge.
He did.
He's not going to
give Derek Carr
no credit.
Shout out to Derek Carr for going crazy in skill challenge. Y'all see my boy.
If you had a Derek Carr topic on the thing,
see,
there we go. This ain't about Derek Carr.
If this is the
Stay on topic. Stay on topic.
Where my I'm gonna bring some flowers to Jersey, and you gonna give my boy Derek his flowers.
Look at me, hey Derek Carr. Great job for throwing the ball without a defender coming at you. Great job. Great fucking job, guy. You did
he threw a touchdown in the Pro Bowl game too. Jamar Chase caught one and he dropped one. Perfect pass.
Yeah, they don't play that game for real.
What you mean? He was out there throwing that. Hey, I don't want to hear that because Peyton Manning was really mad about that goddamn loss. So I don't want to hear it.
Peyton is a competitor. He's from the old school, the old breed.
He was pissed off, so he took that shit seriously.
He's from the old breed.
Thank you, Tyra.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Tyrone. Shout out to my boy Derek
I just wanted Mel to say thank you, so I could tell Mel now I'm putting you in the category of all the other delusional people I talk to on TikTok for you to say thank you. That Carr is the GOAT. You feel me?
For the Raiders, he's the GOAT.
Clip that.
Yeah, he's not even on the Raiders no more. He's in New Orleans trying out for New Orleans like he got cut. Okay. Like, that's what he's doing. Don't say all right now. You wanted to talk about Derek Carr. Let's talk about David Carr.
Why you just switch his name mid-sentence? How you gonna do my boy like that?
Because he a hater. That's all that is. He a hater.
You brought him up. Right. You did this, Mel.
Right. Look, moving on. I have a new segment I want to, well, it's not a segment. It's an award. I've been waiting to figure out the perfect time to break it out. And yesterday, I found the perfect time. This is called the Mel You Wildin' Award. And this is going to an aptly named Marcellus Wiley.
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Let's do it. This motherfucker was wildin'. Moolage was in the comments with me on this post. I asked you to come on the show. Will you come on the show so we can talk about this?
I asked you to come on the show too.
So
Marcellus, pull up. We ready.
So this is what we did. This is what he did. He did, I guess it was his Hall of Fame predict, like who he thought is a Hall of Fame or not. Not the actual NFL Hall of Fame, but I think the Marcellus Wiley.
Yeah. There was an older gentleman asking him names or giving him listed names, asking him if they were Hall of Fame worthy or not, and he was saying yes or no.
And I have the names right here, and we're gonna go through them one by one, and I want yes or no if you think this person is a Hall of Fame. Ready?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna give you Marcellus's answer too. So, Jared Allen. Marcellus said Hall of Fame.
Jared Allen?
Yeah.
Is that the?
He was a defensive end for the Vikings.
A defensive end. There you go.
He's the guy who made Dan Orlovsky run out of bounds.
Yeah. I got you.
Yes.
See, Troy's thinking too long.
Yeah. I got you.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
I'll say yes.
Okay. So we agree with agree with him on that.
I'll say yes.
Definitely. The next name up was Rondé Barber.
Rondé Barber.
Brother Tatiki.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna tell you right now. I say Rondé Barber is a Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. One of the DBs I look up to when I was a kid.
Troy's going statistics now. He's trying to figure it out.
I'm just trying to get something to look at to understand what his career ended as. So all I go to as I look right here where it says summary, and it just tells me the game, the average, the interceptions, yards, and touchdowns. That's it. That's all I need to see. And if I'm looking at his career and I'm like, okay, this is what he achieved, then I get to be like, no.
No, you don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
Tiki, we talking about giant Tiki here. Fuck his brother. I mean,
okay.
I can understand that. I respect that. I respect that.
This is what we do. We're just trying to see how off Marcellus was.
Man, I'm not saying.
Okay.
On to the next one.
Next, Anquan Bolden. He said no.
Yes.
I say yes.
Anquan Bolden. Now that was my guy. I'm not gonna lie.
No hesitation. Yes. For me.
No, there's no hesitation on Anquan Bolden.
I would say yes. And Bolden was my boy.
Okay. He said no, which is very crazy.
Said no to Anquan, which was crazy to me.
It's gonna make sense. It's gonna make no sense in a couple picks.
Yep, that's very true.
London Fletcher. He said yes. Hall of Famer. I also say Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I would say that.
Dwight Freeney. I say
I love it. Tyrone in the chat is with us right now. Let's go, Tyrone. Shout out to you, Tyrone.
Appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to Tyrone, man.
James Harrison.
Yes.
Is that the one that knocked AB stupid?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Rodney Harrison. He said no.
He said no to Rodney Harrison. Now I kind of felt him on that a little bit, but I'm gonna say yes
because when I think of all-time safeties,
no,
Rodney Harrison's name doesn't even resonate to me.
No. Who is the other guy you named the first one? The other DB?
Rondé Barber?
Yeah. No, he's a Hall of Famer. Looking at this guy shit. Go ahead.
He said, I'm looking at his shit like this.
Oh, dang.
34 interceptions to 361 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nah, I'll see you later. You could go back to Western Union. Western Union. Western Illinois. You can go back to Western Illinois. Go back to you, man.
All right. We said Rodney Harrison. Devin Hester. He said yes. I say yes.
Yes.
I think we all agree on Devin Hester.
Definitely.
Yeah, Devin Hester is a Hall of Famer.
Torrey Holt. He said no. I thought
that one threw me.
Fucking
Torrey Holt Hall of Famer.
Torrey Holt is definitely a Hall of Famer.
That one threw me. I literally stopped and paused the video and went back to make sure that's what he said. I said, "What? A no to Torrey Holt?"
And why it sounded stupid was because he said no to Anquan Bolden, no to Torrey Holt, and then Andre Johnson was after Torrey Holt.
And he said yes. And I said, I thought the same thing, Mel. I thought the same thing. I said, what? A no to Torrey, a no to Anquan, but a yes to Andre. And trust me, I was an Andre fan, right?
But if you're gonna put Andre Johnson in, you definitely got to put Torrey Holt.
You have to.
It gets worse.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, Mel. If you got Andre in, you might as well put Torrey in because they not that far off. So
they're not.
Torrey Hawk is 173 games, 123 average, 920 receptions, 13,382 yards, 14.5 yards per reception. 74 touchdowns.
And a Super Bowl.
Right. Andre Johnson is 193 games, 124 average, 1,062 receptions, 14,186 yards at a 13.4 reception rate and 70 touchdowns. So it's like
Anquan Bolden got more yards than both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I'm like. It's like I'm with you. You put one in, I wouldn't see why the other one get in. It's not too far.
Right.
Exactly.
Very great. So Marcellus, like I said, you wildin'.
I'm gonna call you about that later. Hold on.
Yeah, my thing is, if Torrey Holt's not a Hall of Famer, then Andre Johnson's not. Well, or Anquan Bolt. If you're gonna say those two guys aren't, then Andre Johnson can't be a Hall of Fame. Me personally.
That's a good point, T. But the only thing I say is that Torrey did benefit from the situation that he was in, and we all know where Andre was majority of his career.
I'm not gonna put that on. Nigga, put your numbers up.
Yeah,
hey, just like I said about Justin Jefferson, when you have a mid team, that quarterback on mid quarterback, they're going to throw it to the best wide receiver. That's why Justin Jefferson can get 185 targets, because they're going to throw it to the best wide receiver. That's what they're told to do. When you put a third backup stream in, get it to that guy. That's who you get it to. Just get it to him, open space, and let him do. Get it to him, get the ball to him, and he'll just do what he do. Don't throw it to no one else but him.
So then we get to Robert Mathis. If you don't know who Robert Mathis is, Robert Mathis was the other guy opposite Dwight Freeney on the Colts.
This guy broke Derek Carr's leg.
Yeah. So I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He's a good player. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Robert Mathis was a no to me.
All right. So, yeah, it was a no for me. The next one. Oh, you can look at the numbers. You can tell me what you think.
54 forced fumbles, not bad. 408 solos, not bad. 123 was that sacks. Oh, not bad. I don't know who to stack him up next to. Give me somebody to stack him up next to.
Do you think he belongs up there with the Reggie Whites, the Michael Strahans?
Ah, yeah. Oh man.
Because it's all about does he belong in the same conversation as those guys? The ultimate sack masters is what I call them.
Yeah, Charles Haley.
And he's not that far off though. Solo tackles, he's off. Forced fumbles, he has more.
Like I said, good player. I just don't see. I just don't say Hall of Fame.
I would say I would not be mad if you put him in.
And he wasn't the guy on that defense. That would be Dwight Freeney.
True.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I wouldn't be mad if you put him in.
Okay, the next one. Y'all know how I feel about this motherfucker right here. Darrell ass
100%.
Revis.
100%. 100%. Him in the islands in the Hall of Fame. Him in the island.
Hey, Darrell.
Mel, we taking a trip there, bro. Next summer, bro. Not this one coming. The one after that. We're taking you there for your birthday, bro.
Reeve, I see you on Twitter going crazy. Come on the show.
Please.
That's all I gotta say. Come on the show.
I'm begging.
Listen, if Revis come on this show and cook Mel, I retire.
He is not. I come with a skillet. I'm gonna put his goofy ass right in it.
He comes with a fucking seafood boil pot just to fit your ass in it. Listen, you hear what I'm saying? Look, you're going to get cooked. If you don't get cooked, you're getting shut down because that's what he does.
No, shit, whatever.
Now, what do you play? What position you play? Wide receiver, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I said we issue a challenge to Darrell Revis.
I said I would do it. He'd give me 2 months to get in shape. I'll cook his ass.
Right, both of y'all right now because I don't think he in shape either.
It's all good.
Y'all both out in shape. I bet you he still lock you up.
No, you won't. You wouldn't even see
You could take a year to get in shape, and he don't have to be in shape. He's still gonna lock you up.
You crazy?
You better stop playing.
I'm too fast for him.
When we go to the Revis Island, we're taking the Darrell airline. All right,
and it's gonna crash in the water.
Right next to the Bermuda Triangle, because that's like his defense. Remember, you get sucked into it.
No, it's a myth. Like I keep trying to tell you,
it's not. It's not though. Back to Darrell Revis. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Because it's Hall of Fame and he's famous, he's a Hall of Fame.
Oh, here we go with the semantics.
Now, this is where it also gets goofy. Steve Smith Sr., he said no.
Steve Smith Sr. was good. I mean, he was that.
He's a dog.
He's a Hall of Famer. A dog. All of the things you want to think of, he was that.
When you think about just a receiver, I think of like Steve Smith. That's what I think of, because just as physical, go up and get the ball. Doesn't matter if he's gonna get hit. Go across the middle.
5'9". He's not
6'7". Small, not 6. Like gonna talk your shit, and he gonna beat your ass after the play if you do something stupid. So absolutely.
And he was drafted in the 3rd round, 74th overall.
I still remember to this day
He played 219 games.
What he did to Malcolm Jenkins.
139.
Yep.
Legendary. That's when he solidified his Hall of Fame career right there. What he did to Malcolm Jenkins and that State's defense solidified his Hall of Fame career for me.
Yeah, Steve definitely in there for me. Ain't none question. I just want to see what his stats is.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Like they would have Andre Johnson in and not Steve Smith. That was crazy.
That's wild.
Here's another one. One of my favorites, Fred Taylor. He said yes. Hall of Famer. I think Fred is in.
I honestly went. Okay, so look, right. Not only did I, because I had this conversation with somebody a few months back, and they were telling me like, Mad Jags fan. He was like, yeah, bro, like Fred Taylor doesn't get his flowers and stuff like that. So I went back and I looked at his numbers, right? And then I went back and I had to really go watch those games, right? Because as a kid, I'm a Raider fan. We don't get Jags games unless we play them, right? So I really went back and watched those games, man. And I was just like, hey, yo. It all started to come back to me. You know what I'm saying? It started to come back and start flooding back in. I was just like, bro, I forgot how much of a dog Fred T was, bro.
Fred was
like
dog.
Physical, extreme motor, strong, speed. Oh, it was crazy. Literally a combination of just everything that you wanted in a back, bro. Like powerful. Oh man, the boy was crazy.
This is the crazy thing about it. Like when I'm looking, just taking a glance at his rushing by year, right? His first year, 1,000 yards. His second year, he played 10 games. He rushed for 700. It was 16 games, right? So 6 more games, he gets over 1,000. The next year, 13 games he played. He ran for 14. So he plays 3 more games, 15. And the next year, he only played 2 games. So I'm not even going to imagine what he could have did if he played the healthy season. And the year after that, he came back and played all 16 games and ran for 1,300. Then he came back the year after that, played all 16 and ran for 1,500. Then he came back and played 14, missed 2 games and ran for 1,200. And then he played 11 games and he went for 700 again. Imagine if he played 5 more games. He gets over 1,000 again. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip the year he got injured, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 years he could have averaged 1,000 yards. I know that's a hypothetical, but yeah, that's crazy. I'll definitely
on Jacksonville.
Have him in there. Yeah.
Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas with the left tackle for the Cleveland Browns like ever.
No question.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, no question.
Absolutely.
This was a tricky one for me. Zach Thomas. He said yes.
Zach Thomas.
That's not I mean, I understand why he said yes, because Zach Thomas was essentially the anchor on a bad, fucking horrible Miami O-line those years. So I can understand why he said yes.
No.
He kind of
Zach
really stuck out.
The middle linebacker for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Oh, the middle linebacker for his Dolphins. Oh.
Look like Barney Rugby.
Okay, yeah. It's coming back to me.
Like he was a good middle linebacker, but okay, you know what it is? I'll say this. He was a lesser version of Luke Kuechly.
I'm on the fence about that one because
I say no. He was okay, but not Hall of Fame.
He was a solid player. I think he was a really solid player on a defense that he kind of got overshadowed a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, because he was there with Jason Taylor.
I was say because he was there with Jason Taylor and all of them too. So honestly, it's a no for me.
He got inducted this year.
He made it. Yeah, he made it. I think
he got inducted this year. Inducted as player in 2023.
Yeah, he made it this year. They did the Hall of Fame inductees last night too.
Did Reggie Wayne get in the Hall of Fame yet?
The who?
Did Reggie Wayne get in the Hall? If Reggie Wayne don't get in this fucking Hall of Fame,
I don't think Reggie in yet.
I think he was part of the finalists, but I don't know if he got in. If he didn't get in, I'm going to be highly upset though.
Right.
What the heck?
No, here's another one. Hall of Famer. No. He said next one, Hines Ward. He said no.
He said no to that.
He said no to. He don't like wide receivers. Clearly,
he clearly don't like wide receivers, and especially wide receivers that work for Fox. I think Hines worked for Fox, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he don't like wide receivers, and he don't like wide receivers that work for Fox.
Yeah,
clearly.
Hines Ward is a Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody says.
I don't care what anybody tells me. Okay, Hines Ward is definitely a Hall of Famer. What?
Right.
The Hines Ward rule. They made a rule for him alone. It's my favorite rule. Okay, you want to know why? Because it's my favorite move in football. Don't get caught slipping. Head on the swivel, because I'm coming. All right, this whole 175, you gonna feel this. All right, right here.
Exactly. DeMarcus Ware. Yes.
He said yes to that, and I was just like, "Dang, you was real quick to that." Yes.
He was real quick, but I'll get that.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
He said no to Reggie Wayne. Again, another wide receiver.
Which was wild to me. How?
Reggie will be in there for me.
How? Right. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
We need to get back. We need to get back to doing the from the sideline.
Yeah, no, that's why I brought this up. That's why I wanted to bring it back to the people.
The sideline of fame, nigga.
Vince Wilfork.
Vince, I like Vince.
He said yes. I would say, he was okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think him being on the Patriots helped him out
more.
Him out
a lot.
I was gonna say, I think him being on the Patriots really helped his career, because him being on the Texans just didn't do it enough for me, honestly.
Right. Pat Willis would be next.
Oh fuck yeah! I've been calling Pat Willis bona fide Hall of Famer since about 3 seasons in the goddamn NFL, and I'm not even Niner. I'm the biggest Niner hater out, and Pat Willis has been a Hall of Famer to me. I do not care.
Yep. And the last one was Darren Woodson.
Yeah.
I say yes.
Yeah, definitely. Darren Woodson. I have him in like my top 5 safeties. I had Darren and Charles.
So, with that being said, Marcellus, you are the first recipient of the From the Sidelines You Wildin' Award. And I'm gonna tag him in the video and everything. So
wait till we get a soundboard and we can get our applause and everything. And we get the chairs in the background. Yeah.
And then okay. I have another thing I want to do. This is new.
More people?
We're gonna call this Under the Helmet. And what I'm gonna do with this one is I got a couple statistical anomalies throughout the NFL. See if you guys can get them. We'll start off easy because the last one is gonna be pretty hard. So there were, let me find my paper.
Was that the paper you was crunching up all this time?
Yeah, no, that's a different one. That's a different one. It's on my pad right here. Okay, so there were 3 running backs in NFL history. This is easy. This is why y'all should be able to get this one, because I want to warm it up, get y'all warmed up to the segment. There were 3 running backs in NFL history to rush and receive for 1,000 yards in the season. Can you name the 3 running backs?
You said rush and what?
I know
rush
Christian
and
McCaffrey
receive for 1,000 yards in the season.
I know Christian McCaffrey is one.
CMC is one.
Rushed and received.
Right.
It's funny. I remember somebody doing it, but I don't remember that.
I'm not on a limb here, but I want to say Curtis Martin.
Nope.
No.
It wasn't an AP, right?
Nope.
Le'Veon Bell.
Nope.
No, he wasn't a cat. He wasn't really an outfield guy. I mean,
no. Rust and receive.
Not Saquon, right?
1,000 yards.
Nope.
It would be somebody like that, somebody out the backfield. That's a good question. I don't know. 1,000 yards running and receiving. Somebody just did it, and I can't remember who.
We had talked about it a long time ago, but I love stuff like these. Are the type of running backs I love.
We did talk about it a long time ago. That's why I'm having a blank right now.
Was it a guy in the 90s? Like or
yes. One in the 90s and one in the 80s. No. 2000s. One was 2000s, one in the 80s.
It wasn't the running back for the Lions.
I'm drawing the blank on the one in the 2000s right now. Like,
was it a dude from the Lions?
Nope. Okay. So I'll give it. See, I thought it was gonna be easy, but the last one goes. Then y'all gonna shit yourselves in the last one. Okay. The first running back to do it, the grandfather, one of my favorite running backs of all time, was Roger Craig.
Yeah. Okay.
Running back with the 49ers.
That's who I see. I wanted to say him, but see,
well, maybe it was CMC that I'm thinking of that just did it.
CMC just
did
it last
somebody,
year.
Bro. I knew I was forgetting somebody.
And then LaDainian Tomlinson did it in 2000.
That's who it fucking was.
Thank
LT.
you.
I'm trying to say him like, yo, who
God,
is it?
see?
It
Okay,
was
so
LT
kids,
I was thinking about.
Kids, future reference, okay? If you have an answer on you, just say it.
Say it.
Okay, God damn it.
I couldn't think of the name. I'm like, yo, who is it? I know it's some.
Because I knew it was a Niner quarterback. I knew it was a Niner running back, and I was just like, oh my God, I know it, but I can't.
It was more. I thought it was more, but it's only 3.
Oh dang! I thought it was right there, but I was just like, damn, what is it now? I like that was a good question.
All right, so next one, kind of the same premise. There were 4 players in NFL history to throw a touchdown, run for a touchdown, and catch a touchdown all in the same game.
Chris McCaffrey's one of them again.
CMC is one.
Is it Julian Edelman?
Nope. Close. Very close. Nope. You're on the right path.
It wasn't OBJ.
Nope. You went off the path.
Danny Amendola?
Off the fucking
same team. I'll tell you this. Same team.
Danny Amendola?
Nope.
That threw, rushed, and caught.
This was a good one because I totally remember.
Was it the running back? Was it the running back?
God.
If I give you all that, then you're gonna figure it out.
It was the running back.
No.
Threw, rushed, and caught.
What was the running back's name?
The running back that did it was CMC did it.
No, what was the running back for the Patriots?
Oh, they got. I mean, that did it? No, it wasn't the running back that did it.
Threw, rushed, and caught. Same season.
This is good. See, I know
he was on the Patriots.
I don't think to do that's why I'm the trivia guy. That's why I'm the one asking the question.
The answers, and he'd be looking at us like, y'all not getting this shit. This is great. I like this.
Now you see how I felt. Having the control is fun.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Is it LT? Is it LT again?
LT is 1. That's 2. You got 2 more.
I don't know. I feel like it's somebody. It's got to be wide receivers though, because jet sweeps and shit like that.
That's true too.
Brandon Marshall.
I give you last.
What's his name?
Close with the Patriots because it wasn't Patriots wide receiver.
Wait, Brandon, that Bush guy?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good.
It was David Patton.
I hate that guy. I don't know who that guy is.
David Patton. David Patton was the original like Swiss Army knife on the Patriots.
Yeah, he did. Wow. I forgot all about David Patton. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yep. And then the other one was Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, okay.
So those are the 4.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Now this one hard as a bitch. I'll probably walk y'all through it. So in NFL history, this one I stole this one from a TikTok page. Nerd Esh. I got to get their name. I'm gonna tag them in the video. I stole it from them. I'm not gonna take all the credit for this. I just thought this was a really good topic. There's been 11 duos in NFL history where receivers have caught over 1,300 yards in the same season.
Is it over 1,300 yards in the same season?
1,300 yards. A pair of receivers.
Okay,
and I'll keep it. I won't
on the same team.
On the same team. I won't be ignorant. There are tight ends involved in this.
Okay, so look, I know you said over 13?
1,300 yards. As a group, like as individually, they both had over 13
in the same season.
In the same season.
I know.
Was it Hill and Waddle?
They did it this past season.
They did it this past season.
How many you said it was?
11.
I'm not getting on 11. What is it?
It was
Reggie
a weird.
Wayne.
It's
Reggie
a weird
Wayne
11.
It's a very weird 11.
Reggie Wayne and
Marvin Harrison.
That's two.
Trying to think of duos.
Lynn Swann and John Stallworth.
Nope.
No, really? Okay. I'm just gonna start throwing out duos.
That's what I'm about to do. Like,
T.O. and Jerry Rice.
Nope.
Oh, wait. Chris Carter, Randy Moss.
Which is surprising.
Chris Carter, Randy Moss.
Nope.
That's surprising as fuck too. The Greatest Show on Turf.
It's weird. Like it's very, very weird.
Torrey Holt and
is it?
Damn, I'm freaking space on this guy. Torrey Holt and fucking.
Does Hopkins have one?
Isaac Bruce. Yeah, Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
Yep, that's three.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I think it's Deshaun Hopkins. I don't remember the other guy's name. Who's the other guy? Moo, help me out here.
You said
Hopkins. It was Hopkins and the other dude.
I'll take it. DeAndre Hopkins is not on this list.
DeAndre Hopkins isn't on it?
Nope.
What's the other guy who played on the opposite Amani Toomer? When he was on the Giants. Opposite Amani Toomer when he was on the Giants.
Tyrone, he said no tight ends.
No, tight ends are involved.
Oh, you said you didn't make it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I said I'm not gonna make. I said I'm not gonna. I said I'll give y'all the hint too. Tight ends are involved.
Oh, Travis Kelce and Tyreek.
That's one other one.
Okay.
Juju Smith-Schuster and Travis Kelce.
No.
Okay, let me see.
Trying to think of duos. Larry Fitzgerald, no, he ain't had no duo, did he? Who was the guy on the other side of Larry?
No. I'm trying to think of that Broncos offense with Shannon Sharp.
You're on the right track, but not the Shannon Sharp team.
Was it
the Shannon Sharp team?
Did we say anything about Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice.
Oh wait, Mark Clayton and Mark Duper.
Yep.
Is Jerry Rice on here?
Nope. Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, Jerry Rice is on here. No, not yet. Him and T.O. almost, but not quite. Because they put up what 23.
How far are you going back though? You going back to like
history? NFL history.
Flipper Anderson.
Close, but no. Him and Henry Ellen never did it.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird group. That's why I'm like.
A
couple of them, I looked at it and I was like, "That's insane."
John Jefferson and Charles. I don't know how to say his last name.
Nope.
I'm just looking shit up now.
I'm gonna give y'all a couple more guesses because y'all probably not.
Tom Fears and Elroy.
This nigga went to Elroy. No, nobody named Elroy is on this list.
Leroy Jenkins. Let's get her done. That's my favorite video, bro.
I gotta find that clip.
That's my favorite video. He's just standing there and he says, "Let's get it done. I'm Leroy Jenkins." He runs in. That shit's funny as hell. I'm going Leroy Jenkins for 500, bro.
No, all right. I'll wait when Moo come back. I'll run the list down when Moo get back.
That's my shit, Leroy Jenkins.
But it was a very crazy list. And I'm gonna start from 84. Mark Clayton and Mark Duper. Y'all got that one. In 95, this is one of the ones that threw me off. Nope.
Nope. Hill and Kelce,
nope. Yeah. We got those. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one. Herman Moore and Brett Perryman.
Wow, really?
Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy to me too.
They did that in 95. In 2000, you had two pairs do it. Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, you got.
Mm-hmm.
Rod Smith and Christian McCaffrey.
Word.
Crazy. Totally did not realize. I did not.
Oh, so it didn't matter if it was running yards or wide receiver?
No, it's all receiving. No, Christian. No.
Christian McCaffrey.
Senior?
Ed McCaffrey.
Ed McCaffrey.
Oh, I'm about to say
Ed McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's dad.
Like that?
Big McCaffrey. And that was that Broncos team.
I've been there.
That's why I said Broncos team, but not the
Yes. God, yeah. See?
2002, Hines Ward and Plexico Burress.
That I knew it was a Steelers duo. I just forgot which one it was.
05, Larry Fitzgerald and Quan Bolden. 06, you had Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. 2011, this was crazy. You had Wes Welker and Gronk.
I was thinking somebody with the Patriots, but I was thinking
that's true. I do remember that year. They did go crazy that year.
And then this was the other one that kind of
Hernandez.
This one that caught me off guard in 2014, Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's when Peyton threw isn't that when Peyton threw 50 tugs?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then Tyreek Hill and Kelsey in 18. And then 2022, last year was Hill and Walker. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool because it was like I would have never got the Herman Moore and Brett Perriman one like that.
Ever. I wouldn't even think about that one because whoa.
I knew Herman Moore was getting off, but I would have never thought that Brett Perriman would have went off like that.
Yeah, because what? Wow.
Then,
okay, for sure.
Yeah. So that's under the helmet. I'm gonna spruce it up a little bit. I just wanted to get that out there for a little bit.
Something new we're working on, but we're
new.
bringing it to the. I think Tim and Jerry were close.
They were close.
They were close, but not that. Not quite. I think Jerry was a few hundred yards off that year, and then it was the same with Jerry and To as well too, because I think they put up like 2,300. Same with Chris Carter and Randy Moss too, because they put up like 24.
Yeah, they were close too. So, since it is Super Bowl weekend, do y'all want to recap and tell me how y'all felt about the new Pro Bowl format? What did y'all think about? What did you think about the game?
I thought it was cool, honestly. Shit, I thought it was cool. Like the whole relay thing that they set up. This is what I've been saying to bring back to the Pro Bowl for years, right? Forget just the game. Bring back all the competitions and stuff. The fastest man, the relays, the who got the strongest arm. Bring back all of that because we as fans want to see that. We see them run. We know who's the best between the AFC and the NFC. Like at the end of the day, we don't care, right? Because the best players ain't really playing because they're playing in the Super Bowl. All right. We want to see the crazy stuff. We want to see the competition. We want to see them running against each other. We want to see pie throwing contests. I don't care. Make it fun. Make it spectacular. Okay? Yeah. We want to see sprinkles and ice cream and stuff. All right? Fans interacting. The fastest fan. I don't know. Okay? But bring something fun and new and innovative. Okay? I liked it this year. They had the little break through the barrier thing, and then they had the relay with the sleds, and then you know what I'm saying, they had the Derek Carr was going crazy in the skills challenge, and yeah, I liked it. And then the flag football game was turned up. I was engaged.
Yeah, the football game. I didn't think the flag football game would be as good as it was. I actually enjoyed it. I really did. I'm not even gonna lie.
I did. Not because I play flag football now, but
I haven't watched the Pro Bowl.
I am a little biased, but it's okay.
5 years.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. It was lit this year. I like it.
I like the dodgeball.
Yeah, go check it out.
I like the dodgeball stuff.
The dodgeball game was crazy. Yeah, it was lit. I liked it.
And it got to showcase the skill aspect of the football players.
Mm-hmm. They had showed them they have different skills. They can do different things. Yeah, I liked it. Shout out to Jalen Ramsey for keeping it physical. Don't matter if it's flag or not. We out here.
Fuck them. Hit them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that, that was short and sweet. I think we all agreed that the Pro Bowl was. It was. I thought it was going to be bullshit. I really did.
Honestly, so did I. I really thought it was going to be bullshit.
I thought I said it low enough so you wouldn't hear me.
I walked in. My mom was watching it. My daughters were watching it. Right, like my daughters were engaged as shit. Right, the dodgeball. They loved the dodgeball. They loved the little relay thing. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, my daughters were watching it. I came in and I was just like, oh shoot, the Pro Bowl's on, and I sat down. I watched it and I was engaged. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And shout out to Adam Schefter who keeps it going.
Absolutely.
So let's get to these Super Bowl predictions and what y'all feel about the game, and do y'all think the best two teams are in there?
Yeah, honestly.
Y'all agree with Marshall?
I think Marshall Faulk. I don't know.
I was gonna say Marshall Faulk. No.
What?
No. I don't think he got the 1,000 rushing and receiving. No.
I said Marshall Faulk.
Hold on, Jeremy. I'll be right back.
Marshall Faulk, yeah.
I said Marshall Faulk. It was Roger Craig, Marshall Faulk, and CMC.
Look, to answer your question, do I think the best teams made it? A lot of people would say yes with the Eagles. And I think a lot of people would say no with the Kansas City Chiefs. But Troy's going to tell y'all something. I've been saying this for the better part of the last half of this year. The Chiefs came out and started smacking people and were a good team after everybody said they were going to be a bad team. Hey, don't fuck around and let Patrick Mahomes get back to a final with this team. Don't fuck around like get back to the Super Bowl. Sorry, not final. Fuck around. We fuck around. Do what I tell you last week. Who's going to win the MVP when we did the awards? You got to give it to Patrick. He's the only one that did this. And with the team that he had, I don't know if you can give it to anybody else. He gets the MVP. I just think, yeah, it's the right matchup. It's a young Hurts versus,
that's what I think.
I think it's a young Hurts for, to get his some playoff experience with going to a Super Bowl and going against a guy who's won one already. I think it's a very good matchup. I don't know if people probably would have loved to have the 49ers versus the Chiefs rematch. Those were my picks. But no, I'm not mad at Eagles versus Chiefs. Yeah,
no, I think the two best teams are here. I think they earned the right to be there. They beat whoever was in front of them, regardless of the situation. I don't care about injuries. Injuries are a part of the game. So I don't like people saying, oh, well, if so-and-so would have played. And just
53-man roster for a reason.
Exactly. I don't care about any of that.
I'm going to dismantle that point real quick because everybody's still caught up with the whole Brock Purdy would have played. No, he wouldn't have. They wouldn't have done nothing. The Eagles came in with a specific game plan to take away the short passing game and the run game. They knew that the Niners had no true down the field threat. Once they stopped the run game, once they stopped the quick game, everything else came coke steady. It was easy from there. They had that game. It didn't matter if Jimmy G was back there, Trey Lance, all you Niner fans, I get it. The frustration, I understand. But no, we're not doing that. It didn't matter who was back there. That D-line, what they did was absolutely insane. So no. It didn't matter. They had a game plan, they had a scheme, and they literally they executed it to a T. So
they took out two quarterbacks. It didn't matter who was back there.
It wouldn't matter. It didn't matter who was going to be back there. And then offensively, the O-line literally dominated. So there was nothing you can do. Like, the best teams are in this game for a reason. Especially, we had to give as much as it hurts me to say this as a salty Raider fan, but as a football fan first, we have to give the Chiefs some credit because everybody tried to write them off after giving Tyreek Hill away and all the stuff like that. They're not going to be able to do it. People had them finishing last in the division, and they're going to be significantly worse. And here they are in the Super Bowl yet again.
My name is what? My name is.
We have to give them some kind of credit. They prevailed. So,
and then I don't think some of the stuff that I heard. Oh, that's a pun totally intended because Colin Cowherd wanted to discredit Jalen Hurts' road to the Super Bowl, saying he didn't play against any elite quarterbacks.
Well, that's been the narrative since he got there. Well, that's been a narrative since he came up against who did he play again? Played 49ers. That's been a narrative since he came up to 49ers. A lot of fans were saying that in these forums that guys know. I've introduced you to some of the forums or a forum that I'm in. Right. So this is what these guys were saying. They were saying that if the fans were saying it mid-season, or towards the end of the season, like Jalen Hurts and his team really didn't play anybody. They really didn't play tough. And that's why a lot of people thought when they played that 49ers defense that they were going to struggle. But I just think they went in and out game playing the 49ers.
Yeah, it was not game plan. And when I said that we need to start having conversations about Kyle Shanahan getting out coached in big games, not regular season games, not just a little playoff game where he's facing lesser competition, when he's facing the same or perhaps better competition. When are we gonna have the conversation about him getting out coached on a constant level? Because it's happened every single time. And we gotta stop making excuses for it. So, Niner fans, I'm ready to talk when y'all are. When are we gonna have that conversation? So,
my thing is, I don't care who's in. You got to beat the teams that are in front of you. I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care who the defense is. It wasn't like they struggled against these teams. They beat the dog shit out of pretty much everybody they played.
They had a game plan and they executed it. Doesn't matter how much the stat. Doesn't matter the numbers that showed up on this. Oh, he only had 100. That doesn't matter. Look at the scoreboard. They beat the dog shit out of y'all. Okay, that's what happened. It doesn't matter how many. He doesn't have to throw up 300 yards.
You gotta remember.
Have to rush for 700
remember, football is more of a team aspect.
It's a team game, and if the whole team,
so if I can't beat you,
as a whole,
I can't beat you with this part of my my machine, I'm gonna beat you with another part of it. That's just how football works.
And the way Jalen Hurts does it, he's not gonna throw for 300 and some odd yards and 4 touchdowns, but he's gonna throw for about 220 and 2 touchdowns. But then he's gonna have 88 to 90 yards on the ground with another 2 touchdowns. I don't care how you get there, just get there.
Just get there. That's literally it. I don't care how we win. Just win, baby. Shout out to Al Davis.
Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. It's going to be a good one, but I got the Chiefs.
So, Chiefs, who you got, Moo?
I got Eagles by 10.
Eagles. I got the Eagles too. I'm gonna go because one, I don't want to hear Nick Wright's mouth
at all
over the airwaves for the next year.
You can't be picking to go against Big Head Media, man. We can't be doing this.
Yes, I personally guess I can.
But I want y'all to do this because I just want.
Well, the Eagles are the better team, in my opinion.
I just want Patrick to win, so I could come up here and I could tell you guys. I told you so from the beginning of the season to now. Patrick was going to shine no matter who he had.
Okay, look. If he wins, he wins. I just think the Eagles are.
If he loses, I'm going to do what every other fan does and use excuses.
Hey, shout out to Troy for keeping it solid, okay? Because at least he got the cojones. Okay, a lot of y'all just be coming up here talking and can't, you know what I'm saying, say that you just gonna make excuses. And I'm gonna say it, I make excuses all the time coming from a Salty Raider fan. So
I'll make some excuses up here.
That's what we're gonna do. But
I'm gonna keep it steady.
With that being said, give me some final thoughts before we head up out of here. Troy, what you got?
I mean, when we come back Monday the 13th.
Monday, I might be here for the Monday show.
The Monday show.
But I'm gonna lose my brain.
It's gonna be kind of our Valentine's Day show. So hey, make sure you come watch it with your girlfriend. You feel me? Day before we try to make it romantic. We're not. But yeah,
I'm trying to throw little hearts on the screen for all.
No, definitely. I'm definitely gonna have a little Valentine's Day. You know. And if I get this other stuff worked out in time, I might have a little, hearts going up and down. I don't know. I don't know. I got to see.
We'll see. You guys got to stay tuned. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
But I want to shout out to the chat. You guys came in here a little strong today.
Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the chat for sticking with us, man. Shout out to you, Tyrone, for sticking with us, man.
Shout out to Mr. GQ because he had to do something personal. He wanted to be here with you guys. I know my coworker John's gonna watch this because I told my John at work, hey John, Mr. GQ's on the episode, but I'm gonna sit this one out. And he was like, oh man. And he was like, well, Mr. GQ's there. So it'll be a good one. He really likes Mr. GQ. So I was like, now I know he's probably watching. He's gonna watch the episode. Like, hey, what happened to Mr. GQ? You were there. I'm like, yeah, I was there, John. So shout out, John. The guy who gave me this glass. I made that beautiful, delicious drinking. But yeah, shout out to Mel, man, for rocking out the way you did today, man. Appreciate your sleepy face. It went from sleepy to awoke real fast, and I appreciate that.
Very fast.
You must got some strong coffee in that cup. It ain't Folgers. That shit actually woke you up.
No,
my fucking sayings today on point, man.
Crazy.
Moolich to you.
Well, y'all know what it is, man. The Sports Muru, man. Your boy Moolich. Follow all the social medias, the Sports Muru TikTok, Sports Muru Twitter, from the sideline Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends. Talk about it to your friends. Share it on your Instagram and your Twitter as well. And then post it on your Snapchat just in case, and then repost it on your Instagram just in case somebody missed it. We will be back on Monday. We're going to be in here turned up. Hope you LeBron fans is ready because it's going to go down.
Trash talking TikTok.
Thank for everybody for coming through. If you're watching, doing all that, like you said, check out Moose Tick, check out Troy. Even though Troy don't do too much on his TikTok, follow his goofy ass. and the pod. Follow. My page is going crazy right now with this LeBron shit. I need everybody to jump in there. And because I'm gonna bring it on Monday. I am going to bring it on Monday. So,
and we got Mika in the building too, Mr. GQ's boy. So we should have a good show. And I think we got somebody else. Oh, we got OT in the building too on Monday. It's nice little small TikTok. He's a LeBron guy. So we're gonna have some fun.
We got.
It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great.
Fireworks.
But shout out to you guys, man.
We'll see you. Appreciate you.